attitude to be misunderstood. You wouldn't want to give us support to the widespread impression that you are a man devoid of social conscience, who feels no concern for the welfare of his fellows and works for nothing but his own profit. To which Henry replies, "No, I do not want my attitude to be misunderstood. I shall be glad to state for the record, I'm in full agreement with the facts of everything said about me in the newspapers, with the facts, but not with the evaluation. I work for nothing but my own profit, which I make by selling a product they need to men who are willing and able to buy it." I do not produce for their benefit, nor benefit at the expense of theirs. I do not sacrifice my interests to them, nor do they sacrifice theirs to me. We deal as equals by mutual consent to mutual advantage, and I am proud of every penny that I have earned in this manner. I am rich, and I am proud of every penny I own. I made money by my own effort. I am in free exchange through voluntary consent of every man I dealt with. Voluntary consent of those who employed me when I started. The voluntary consent of those who work for me now. The voluntary consent of those who buy my product. I shall answer the questions you are afraid to ask me openly. Do I wish to pay my workers more than their services are worth to me? I do not. Do I wish to sell my product for less than my customers are willing to pay me? I do not. Do I wish to sell it at a loss or to give it away? I do not. If this is evil, do whatever you please with me, according to whatever standards you hold. These are mine. I'm earning my own living as every honest man must. I refuse to accept the guilt as a fact of my own existence in the fact that I must work in order to support it. I refuse to accept the guilt of the fact that I'm able to do it better than most people. The fact that my work is of greater value than that of most people. The work of my neighbors and that men are willing to pay me. I refuse to apologize for my success and my ability. I refuse to apologize for my money. If this is evil, make the most of it. If this is what the public finds harmful to its interests, let the public destroy me. This is my code, and I will accept no other. I could say to you that I have done more good for my fellow men than you could ever hope to accomplish, but I will not. Because I do not seek the good of others as a sanction for my right to exist, nor do I seek the good of others as a justification for the seizure of my property or the destruction of my own life. I won't say that the good of others was the purpose of my work. My own good was my own purpose. And I despise a man who surrenders this. I could say to you that you do not serve the public good, that nobody's good can be achieved by the price of human sacrifices. That when you violate the rights of one man, you violate the rights of them all. And the public of rightless creatures is doomed to destruction. I could say to you that you will and achieve nothing but universal devastation, as any leader must when it runs out of victims. I could say it, but I won't. It's not a particular policy that I challenge, but your moral premise. If it were true that men could achieve good by means of turning some men into sacrificial animals, and when I asked to immolate myself for the sake of these creatures who wanted to serve God at the price of my own blood, if I were asked to serve the interests of society apart from, above, and against my own, I would refuse. I would reject it as the most contemptible evil. I would fight it with every power I possess. I would fight the whole of mankind, even if for 1 minute I would last before I were murdered. I would fight in full confidence of my battle in the living being's right to exist. Let there be no misunderstanding about it. It is now the belief of my fellow men, who call themselves the public, that their good requires victims. Then I say, the public good be damned,